Hi, we're the K3. I'm Jen.
I'm Karen.
I'm Marisa.
And this is our weekly watch list, where we watch as many K-dramas as we possibly can and then come here and report to you which ones we're liking, loving, and these days dropping.
If you haven't already, subscribe to us here on YouTube because we have a lot of great things to share with you.
Every Wednesday, we drop a little news and a little gossip and our thoughts about them. And we also have a podcast that's coming up, thanks to our coffee supporters who bought us a virtual cup of coffee.
Thank you.
We are talking about weightlifting fairy Kim
so
Bok-joo.
excited. So
look
excited.
out for that.
Yes. So, this is this week's K-dramas. I don't know about you guys out there, but wow, what a dumpster fire of a week in general. So, we just want to say, yeah, we get it. If you need to tune out, totally get it. Maybe this will add a little levity to your day while we basically dissect the shows that we did get around to watching this week. So let's get started.
K-dramas are always there for you.
Exactly. All right, so Item. That's the first one that, that's our Monday. So we got Monday, Tuesday. So I got Item. You know,
You're
still
caught up? You're current?
I'm current. I'm caught up. I'm still kind of liking it. You know, it's standard. There's nothing.
Really?
It did kind of get to a point where I'm now like, oh, this is like a video game, and like each person has different like objects that are magical.
Oh, they're trying to.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's kind of this acquiring
Yeah.
video gamey kind of thing, but with a very dark, dark past, which we have yet to have any ounce of it explained.
Yes.
We have this one.
Isn't it pretty far along by now?
Yeah, we're well. I think we're well beyond the halfway point at this point. And the thing that gets me is like everyone's like, I have a magical book. I have a magical cup. I have a magical pen. And no one is like, where did these magical objects come from, and how did they become
magical?
That's really my
That's what I
question.
would wanna
Because
know.
they are all pieces of evidence from the big Dream World fire. When did they become magical objects? We gonna get to that, people?
Fire?
That's really where I'm at. Other than that, it's kind of an enjoyable escape from, you know, life.
Real fires?
Real life, real fires.
Is that one of those shows where you don't ask questions
You can't.
because you'll just drive yourself crazy with
The rabbit hole,
failure of
Marisa,
answers?
is
Yeah.
dark and deep once you start asking questions on
Yes.
this show. You're like,
Oh.
wait, hold please. Wait, no, okay, moving on. Yep, gotcha.
Not going to explain? All right.
Okay, cool. I feel like it's gonna be like all of episode 16 is gonna be like, and this is what happened.
Boom, boom.
And we're gonna be like,
Flashback,
oh,
explanation,
okay.
flashback,
Yeah.
explanation. It could happen.
It could, sadly.
We've seen it
But
before.
right now, you know, I've gotten. Item and I have come to an agreement. It gives me some enjoyment, and at least it's not like it's not tragedy expounded on tragedy, and you know, and I've agreed to finish watching it.
Okay.
So that's Item.
There we go.
Now, the one that really gut punched me this week, though. Oh,
Radiant.
Oh my
the light
God.
in your eyes. How do we talk about this? Do we like, because, you know, flashing back to a few days ago, you're moving through it in real time and you're buying it and
Yeah.
you're like, you're taking things at face value. Maybe you're bringing a little history of what kinds of K-dramas you've seen before. You know, time travel is a thing.
This one. And
And then-
we're teasing it because I don't know how to actually say it correctly, because I even got spoiled as to what was going on, and I
but
still wasn't
still.
prepared for the way they did it. Can we just talk about the fact how well that episode was executed?
Episode 10.
Episode
It
10 was-
beautifully done. Oh, I had to watch the end 3 times. So
Yeah.
Karen's like, what
What
are you
happened?
talking about?
Oh my
By
God,
the way,
so-
in case you haven't figured it out, not a spoiler-free zone here. So.
no, but this one is
I
so
wanna know what
big
happened.
that it's just.
You want to say it?
Let's say it.
What?
She has Alzheimer's.
Whoa. Right?
So
I did not see that
No,
coming.
at all.
And I'm not even watching.
there were no, I mean, there were
There were
moments and there were
The dancing
questions.
dog.
The dancing dog.
Oh,
Yes.
wow.
Who was the man in
Who
the
was the man in the
wheelchair? Why
wheelchair?
does he hate Nam Joo-hyuk and why
Yes.
does he have the watch?
Uh-huh.
But there was, because it was so rich and so detailed.
right?
Yeah. So she has Alzheimer's and, you know,
Can I just say, I'm so
this is
sorry.
her 25-year-old self.
I didn't mean to jump in, but I
Yeah.
was so happy, and I knew we were getting to a certain point where we were going to have some reveal where she had been dreaming, and I was hoping it was the younger version dreaming. Like I didn't realize that it was her dreaming.
Yes.
But that little caper with all of the elders
and the elders
is breaking him out of prison.
I know. But it was so great because
good.
it
I was
accelerated quickly,
Yes.
and then they did the reveal.
Yes.
So it wasn't like 3 episodes or like of what is
Of
this
drawing
wackiness?
Yes.
Yes,
And it was
fast.
almost like the perfect way to take us out of that world, because it was so beautiful and it was so funny and it was so everyone working together, and the Ajima and the walker are like, what do you know how to do? She's like, I can slow down anyone, and she was in a hallway in her
bad
walker.
guys behind.
It was so well
Yes.
done. And then
What makes me sad
So who- but who-
is that because these are her Alzheimer
Right?
imaginings, these stories won't be resolved because they're not
right, that's my question.
they're not real.
Like, what was real? What was not real?
Right.
What
Or
is
will
happening?
they in her imagination?
And in her imagination, but at the end of the episode, they're flashing back to her married to Nam Joo-hyuk,
Yes.
but he's her doctor.
He's her doctor.
He's not her husband.
Oh my goodness.
So yeah, there's so
we have questions.
so many questions.
interesting.
And I honestly,
wait.
I can't wait. And I'm
Final
so
2, right?
so glad that it's only 2 episodes. I don't think I could sustain much more than 2 episodes
which
after
may be
that
why
reveal.
they didn't protract
Well,
Yeah.
thank you,
that.
creators,
Thank
for
you.
making it
Right?
12
Yep,
episodes.
keeping
because
it
4 episodes
keeping it on task.
of watching like The Notebook. No, I can't do it.
And I have to say,
Right?
because I've been watching Korean dramas for a couple of years, and I've seen Alzheimer a couple of times. It's definitely something that's used as a major plot point, but the ones I recall are Son Ye-jin in the film A Moment to Remember, which is such a classic. It's referred to all the time, and Sue in A Thousand Days Promise, but those are young women who developed early onset Alzheimer's.
Right?
As was Bubblegum, who was a
Bubblegum,
woman in her
yeah.
like early 50s, and it was
These
considered
were, like,
it was
in their
considered
20s, but
early onset
50s.
as well. Yeah.
So to see an actual 70-something-year-old woman dealing with it, and this is we talked about this, it's such a tour de force. It's really a star vehicle
So amazing.
for, what is the actress's name? Kim Hae-ja. So it's been such a pleasure to watch
so amazing.
her.
And I remember when we first started talking about it, you were wondering why Han
Ji-min
Ji-min took this
and
role.
now we know why.
And now we know why.
Yeah.
Because it's just such an amazing show. I can't imagine any actress who got offered this script and to be able to play this version of Kim Hae-ja would turn that down, because it's just, I'm not a big weeper of Korean dramas, but I foresee needing a lot of Kleenex in the next 2 days.
Tissue worthy.
Oh, well, it was tissue worthy just at the end. You
I
were
know.
just like, no,
Wow.
oh God, no. Oh. It was, and then you see
fascinating.
her father, who is actually her son, and you now understand that probably in her Alzheimer's
She
memories
was
why
seeing-
the father was so distraught every time she called to him.
Yeah.
It was just like,
Oh my goodness.
oh, it was just.
Oh, it was
It
beautifully
was
done.
so well done. It was so well done. Radiant. Oh,
Love it.
gold star.
Yes.
Gold star.
I need to not have a job in the
Right? Oh,
Oh.
it was so good. I highly recommend it. I'm just hoping that, I'm just hoping the last 2 episodes give us some sort of.
I feel good. I feel good about it,
Okay.
based on how solid you both have said it has
Yeah,
been
we hope
throughout.
they cross the finish
So-
line
Right?
strong.
Strong.
Yeah.
All right, we got
Good
this.
finish.
We
Good
got this. Okay. Ah, radiant. Wow. Monday, Tuesday. Wednesday, Thursday. Yeah. Touch your heart. The show now goes to Karen. Where are we at, Karen? I saw all sorts of Twitter madness this week.
Did you? Interesting.
Madness. They were very happy.
Because the show actually got a little solid, perhaps, in
Possibly
these 2
it was
hours.
more of the romantic aspect of it, of him saying does not touch his woman, which kind of upset me a little bit.
Oh,
I'm not
good
gonna lie.
heavens.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
was a little
Let
like,
me just, I don't know why it took so long to like put this together in my brain, to speak it out my mouth. This is a standard rom-com. It is a formula rom-com. He is the awesomest boyfriend he can possibly be. He is her knight in a lawyer black suit. And it is a show that will not let the viewer feel too tense or too sad for very long.
Okay.
Having said that, the
yes.
reason I thought that this week's episodes were actually kind of solid and in a good groove is we finally get to the stalker storyline,
Right.
which has been teased from the very beginning. And there was a lot of time spent where I was like, I was feeling like, I don't like, he's really bad.
I just watched a clip on Twitter,
Psychotic.
and I was like, oh wow.
Oh yeah, it is. It's
aggressive.
Tell me you love me now. I know you've always loved. I mean, it is like the complete denial, obsessed. I mean, very stereotypical, but super scary. So we're in the last minutes of hour 1 this week, and he, of course, she goes home after deciding to sue him. Finally, she's finding her voice, which is really great for this character.
Nice.
She stood up to him not once but twice and was able to speak and say, you know what? No, you don't have power over me anymore.
Oh, I like that.
So then she comes home from that long, hard day, and of course, who's waiting in her apartment but him? And I'm just like,
how did he get in her apartment?
That's what I want to know.
Figured out her code.
I'm like, how did he figure? Yeah, exactly. Anyway, and I'm like, oh my gosh, if they actually end this hour with that, because it was the Wednesday episode, I'm like, that's going to be super, oh my gosh. But no, because, perfect lawyer boyfriend, sees the car parked outside with the driver, and he's like, oh, that's not good. Does the U-turn in the PPL Volkswagen?
Heck yeah.
We'll talk about that. And so at the second where the stalker starts manhandling her and is like, tell me you love me right now. I know you do. You just see this fist come out of nowhere, like, bam. And he helps her up gently, a very gentle wrist grab. More like a wrist assist.
A wrist assist. Oh, I like that. It's a wrist assist.
I just made something up.
Nice. We'll call it
and he puts her physically behind him, and that's when he says, don't touch my woman. And she looks up at him like, and that's where they ended the episode. So they didn't end it completely like, oh my gosh, what's going to happen? You didn't have to wait.
Which is nice.
I guess they know who their audience
is.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. So, which I would have been okay with that, but at the same time, I was like, I'm kind of glad because I've been watching this right before I go to bed, and that's never a good idea to go to bed being like,
no, that's bad.
So.
Okay. All right.
But
Twitter's very excited. They loved it.
I can understand why if you're looking for a hero boyfriend. He is certainly trying to be that. And of course, because it is a formula rom-com, saw this coming about 20 minutes into the second hour this week. I'm like, oh no. So, stalker boyfriend gets arrested.
Of course.
Her good reputation is starting to be restored. She's going to get cast in the drama now as the lead. It's going to be her big comeback. All the fans are like, we've loved you all along and we're sorry and blah, 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 blah. And so what is perfect lawyer boyfriend gonna do?
I believe if I looked at Twitter correctly, I think he's breaking up with her, Karen.
Because because noble idiocy has to come right around this episode. So right at the end of the episode, he thanks her for how happy she has made him. And I'm like, oh God, don't say it. Woody, I'm like, don't say it. Should break up. I'm like, ugh. And that's where that second hour. So our formula rom-com is going along right on schedule.
We have hit all the major markers.
Left.
Oh, perfect amount of time. We'll be sad for 2 episodes, figure out a way to get back to each other by the 15th, and then all will be
off to the amusement park.
Yes. Yay. Well, good. At least
I'm liking it.
Right. You know what?
In the hands of 2 lesser actors,
right?
I would have been out a long time ago.
Yeah.
But her character arc. It's been really, she is making the most of it, and it actually is written in.
Okay.
And it's really great to see her find her voice, and she's much more grounded now.
Oh, okay.
And sure of herself. She's not fully there yet, but it's great to see that. So
that's awesome. Yeah, I do really enjoy those 2, and I might, I'm glad that it's enjoyable, I guess is where I'm coming from. It wasn't working for me, but I'm glad that it's enjoyable.
It's
overall.
enjoyable.
And I just need them to be in a different show now.
Yeah.
Jen has a new wish. Jen has a new wish.
I know. It's so hard. Okay, that was Touch Your Heart. So the other one that's on a Wednesday, Thursday is Big Issue.
Yeah.
And
this is the paparazzi.
I watched one of the 2 episodes this week. I did unfortunately not able to get all the way through both of them. This is my only issue with Big Issue. I need Big Issue to really hit the big issues because this is a show about the paparazzi.
Yes.
And with the dumpster fire that just erupted in South Korea right now, I need Big Issue to cover more things than, and while a beautiful storyline, more things than him needing money to take care of his daughter's heart transplant.
Well, that was episode 3.
Yeah.
So we're still laying pipe.
Yes.
They're still laying the foundation of the motivation. So when we watch episode 4, hopefully it goes full throttle with the various and sundry scandalous things that a paparazzi would want to cover. So
because I just feel like there's so much there now.
Yeah.
Not that it wasn't there before. That obviously I feel like this team wanted to dig into.
Yeah.
Because there's obviously a lot there. But I need more of our lead girl because she's amazing.
She is.
She's
Soul.
so
She's good.
She's the boss lady.
She's the boss lady.
She's really good at being a bitch.
Yeah.
Like really good at it.
Yeah. Stone cold ice. She's good. I like her.
And I love that she basically had him picked up and dropped into like a drunk tank.
Bin.
She's like, you are cleaning up because I am going to use you.
Interesting.
Yeah. Because she's like, you're the best photographer ever. He did actually hang off of a speeding train and fight someone almost to the death and fell into icy waters and then shoved the card, the memory card into a wound he had on his leg to get the pictures to her.
Yes.
So I can see why she values him.
Well, also his
her
He's super agent and photographer.
Yeah, but his
amazing.
career was ruined
Oh,
because of her maneuvers. So
Absolutely.
yeah.
I understand the guilt parts, but I mean, just straight up dedication.
The puppet master.
Yeah, it's gonna be good. It's
So,
gonna be
yeah.
good.
So
Yeah,
I am
and I
looking
like how
forward
she's
to it.
like sticking it to all the male journalists who used to just denigrate her and kick her aside, and she's like,
Well, during
he's in charge
episode
now.
3,
with
when
my
they all
8 6-inch
rolled
heels.
in, when they rolled in for that interview with the French designer.
jeez.
And can we possibly have a gay character that isn't flaunting their
so
gayness?
flamboyant and
I know
just-
I have a lot of gay friends that you would not guess based on that. They are not.
it's so stereotypical,
stereotypical
and it's like
portrayal, a caricature.
It was just. It's just it. Just stop.
Yeah.
Just stop. Just stop. That's
Find
really,
some new-
move on
that's
from that.
really,
Maybe find some nuance.
They just need to stop. Anyway, with that being said, I love the moment when they all rolled in and they were in the hotel getting ready to have the meeting, and she pulls in the photographer from his old paper, and it's a woman. And at one point, you're standing there, and it is 4 women, like powering through this meeting, and it was amazing. Like I went and checked her, and both the writer and the director are both men.
Oh, interesting.
Yes.
Really?
Because her staff almost entirely is women.
Right? Like I was really excited about that.
Interesting.
So I'm very curious to see how this goes.
Yeah, I'm liking it. So fingers crossed that it stays strong
Absolutely.
and sexy and as let's see, definitely sorted. So and if they're
fun way,
if they're
it sounds
going
like.
live, if
They're
they're
writing live, topical.
Yes.
Nelly.
We have some art imitating life opportunities.
Terrifying,
Yeah.
yet interesting. Okay, that is Wednesday, Thursday. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Let's just start with Fiery Priest. Mostly because I'm not watching it, but I did see a clip that almost called me back in.
Really?
Which is that?
I don't know. It was when he went back to being the agent and jumped on the bike and took all of his stuff. I was like,
I'm still on hold with her.
Leather
Are you caught up with
jacket.
it,
I'm not
or-
caught up.
Oh,
I'm not
okay.
caught up.
I was like,
haven't gotten to that episode.
oh,
But
Kim Numgill
yeah.
as a secret agent again, and they jump back in.
he was just walking around, but they put him in a kind of an army green bomber jacket.
Oh,
but it was a very
did it?
fashionable jacket. Very good.
Oh, nice.
very
The leather jacket also was lovely.
Yeah. I mean, it's just eye candy, fluff, fun with like a through line of your typical corruption tropes. But I'm just completely finding it enjoyable. Honey Lee's character, I think, is about to turn because she's been exiled to her hometown.
Why was she exiled?
Because they're trying to control her. It's like they're going to bring her into the fold, or so they think. But in order to do that, her boss, the head prosecutor, is like, I have to knock her down a bit. So I'm going to send her to her hometown and replace her with an old colleague. And, it's so over-the-top comic booky. I'm just still liking it a lot. So, yeah.
Nice.
Can't wait to
Plot,
jump back
whatever.
it kind of seems like a plot, whatever.
Yeah,
kind of
whatever.
show. Yeah.
All right.
Fun.
Well, still my favorite one that is taking all my time on the weekends is Legal High.
Yeah,
I
that's good
love
fun.
Legal High so much. And this past week, We got a little bit more backstory into why Jingu's character is the way he is. And, you know, Jingu is such a good actor.
He really is.
He really is.
Yeah.
Like, you can see the Descendants of the Sun, like, serious army guy in some of these flashbacks they have, and you're like, oh, right, that's why I originally liked you. But then they'll have him, like, current and doing, like, these wacky moments, and he's just so much fun to watch as an actor. I'm just really, really, really enjoying him.
Yeah.
Cool.
And then the lead girl, she's fantastic. Like, I'm just really enjoying that whole arc. And then we had a whole story about, you know, the young girl who is basically trying to get away from her mother because her mother, she's an actor, and her mother basically, what do you call that? Stage mom.
Stage mom.
Stage mom times 10. And
Mm-hmm.
she was like, I'm out.
Yeah.
And so it was just you learned a lot of backstory on a lot of different characters. And we now know that there's a connection between the lawyer, the judge that the lead girl is staying with, and Jingu's group, and so there's there's all sorts of juicy things happening.
But are they putting the other lawyer together with the incompetent lawyer? Is that a pairing?
Sadly, it seems to be something
right?
that is headed in that direction.
really.
I'm not really digging
Sounds like you're
that.
not
It was
into it.
kind
Yeah.
of fun to watch for a hot second.
Yeah.
But I like her better with Jingu, so I'm hoping that we take it. I'm hoping we
know.
pivot hard very quickly.
hope
Because I
so
think we got
too.
what, like 4 more
That
episodes?
was 9
Really?
and 10.
Okay, yeah. So,
Okay.
Oh, is that right? Yeah, I think. Oh, maybe.
yeah. I feel like we've got at least 4. We got enough. We got enough for her to be like, you're adorable, but yeah, no.
I hope so.
Right?
He doesn't deserve her.
No, not even a little. She's amazing. I love her so
is.
much.
What
So,
is
yeah.
her name? Che Jung-an.
Choi Jung-yeon. She's great. This is the first time I've watched her, and I really, really enjoy her. She's definitely on my radar
I like
for sure
her, yeah.
after this.
But I don't think I've seen her in anything since Coffee Prince. I mean, she must have clearly done a few things in between.
Right. Who was she in Coffee Prince?
She was the second female lead.
Why can't I remember that role at all? Who was that?
She came back from America, I think, or she was the artist in Gong. You know, she was kind of dancing around Gongyu again, and
Oh, wow, that's fake.
wow.
I really.
She had cancer,
I mean,
right?
as much as I hate to say it, no, I think you're thinking about.
Which am I mixing
that
it up with?
is Song. What is it? The Hyung Bin one. Sam's.
Oh, my
my
name
lovely.
is Liz.
My
You're
lovely.
right, I am.
Yeah.
Coffee
Totally
Prince.
mixing it up.
Like Coffee Prince, like again, both of those are. I think they violate my 2010 rule.
Oh, by a long shot.
So I gotta blank out most of them except the key points. All right.
But he was in it.
Okay, except those things. I do know the key points. That's about it. All right. Hence why I don't remember her at all.
Yes.
All right, but I love her in this.
Yes.
For sure. Legal High, highly recommend it. Get on it.
Yeah.
All right. And then Romance is a bonus book. Is by the time you watch this, it will be over.
It'll be done, yeah. I can't believe it. Part of me is like, I can't believe it's already concluded. Wait, we're almost done?
Yeah.
I'm ready for it to be done.
I didn't watch it last week.
Oh, not at all.
Oh.
I mentioned this before we started taping. Lee Jung-suk, I like him. I don't dislike him, but there's something about his dramas that I get to like the last couple of episodes and I'm like, "Meh, I don't care.
Don't care.
Don't care.
But what about the other storylines?
Because I really think it's
stopped-
about her, about
yeah.
Ina Young. And so I'm enjoying it for her, and I want to see how this is going to wrap up. And I know it's all going to be flowers and puppy dogs, and everyone's going to be happy. And I don't know, maybe her daughter will come back from the Philippines.
I'm kind of hoping that too.
I think
I'm like,
I think if we would have focused more on her and
Where'd
not so
she go?
much on the
Yeah.
romance between
Yeah.
the two of them,
Yeah.
I would be 100% with where you're at.
Yeah.
But I think because the romance was such a key part of all of this,
Mm-hmm.
that now that it's already happened and they're together, I'm kind of like.
Oh,
And I was
pretty
fine
much
with
I
that.
pretty much know where we're going.
I was fine with that leading up to it, and it was a helpful plot device that the daughter was out of the picture to give them the time to explore that relationship. But at a certain point, I'm like, okay, but you can't just forget that you are a mother also when you're embarking. If you're considering this as a serious love relationship
Right.
and partnership going forward, it's like I'm gonna start like bringing him in on the FaceTime videos. I don't know, something.
Boarding school.
So convenient.
It's so handy. It's so handy.
But I mean, it's set up from the beginning as a woman trying to find herself again and find her worth in a professional life. So I'm sure it'll wrap up cleanly because there was never that much at risk. I mean, she was practically homeless and ended up in Lee Jong-suk's palatial, suburban home.
That's true.
But I just hope they don't go too far. Oh, I don't know. I mean, it's only 2 episodes. They've already aired, and I'm just hoping for, a solid ending. I did find this to be a very mature drama, and I did enjoy that aspect of it a lot.
Nice.
I did too, yeah. And actually, I know a lot of people are like, what's up with the whole writer-dad mystery thing? I don't really care. I'm like, that's interesting to me. So, and that should wrap up anytime now. So
I like that second couple. I hope.
I like that second couple a lot.
All right, I will jump back in. I mean, like again, I enjoyed it, but it was like when I had like 2 hours, I was like, what am I gonna watch?
Yeah. Oh, right.
was
And if you have a
not
choice,
romance,
that
it's a
wasn't at the top of your
bonus
list.
book. It was
And I
not.
agree with Marisa. I really do think it's about Kang Nani's journey.
Nice.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, I'll binge it, and we'll have final thoughts next week. It'll be so good.
Join us.
Yes. All right.
Is that
Wow.
our week?
That was our week. Oof. Well, I hope you found some K-dramas to enjoy this week. Let us know what they are. We are the K3. I'm Jen.
I'm Karen.
I'm Marisa. You can talk to us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
Subscribe to us here on YouTube if you haven't already. Help us get to 1,000 subscribers. And leave a comment below. Come join our K-drama Coffee Clutch. We'll see you soon.